Hey guys, LilcurlyBear here. I'd like to welcome you all to episode number 17 of my Minecraft Let's Play series. So, got quite a few things to show you guys today. I've been doing quite a lot between episodes. First off, I finished the pumpkin and melon farms. Now I've adjusted them to how I originally built them, because before I had 2 rows of dirt and the plants were on this row here, and then the pumpkins grew on a row behind, and then the pistons pushed on every single row, but they weren't actually pushing the pumpkins far forward enough to get them into the hoppers and collect them. So I took it down to just being every other block that has a pumpkin growing and a piston to push it forward. Now it gets most of the pumpkins into the hoppers, which then go into the chest. Still not all of them, but I've still got a stack and a bit there, which is pretty good. And as you can see behind me here, there's the melon farm as well. Now again, not completely efficient, because as you can see, it does kind of split the melons, and not all of the pieces go into the hoppers there. But as you can see, I'm still collecting quite a lot. It's efficient enough that I'm going to have a plentiful supply, put it that way. And I kind of finished the room off, and we've got the big scary pumpkin face at the end, and yeah, so all lit up with jack-o'-lanterns, and yeah, all finished, and really pleased with it actually. I think it looks pretty darn good, and as you can kind of hear in the background, it does go off fairly regularly. So yeah, happy with that guys, very happy with that. Right then, now what I've actually been doing recently is I have been digging downwards in my base, because digging upwards and outwards is a little bit tricky, because I do keep kind of finding the edge of the mountain and finding that I can't make the rooms the size that I want them. So I started digging downwards. Now I've dug out a lot of space down here. So this room here, I'm actually going to turn this room into a massive automatic tree farm. It is going to be immense. This is going to be the width of the room, and then I'm going to keep digging loads that way and make the room really long. This here is very cool. This kind of takes us into the river just outside our base, where we've got the waterfall there. So it's quite a cool little kind of back entrance that takes us into the underneath of our base. Took ages to get this flow working correctly, so that I had just a wall of water there. It kept getting messed up and was a bit of a nightmare. And I think I've actually ended up with a bit of flow in the water just at the top here. But I just have lost patience with messing with it now. So long as it looks good on the inside, that's the main thing. And it's quite a good little in and out entrance to our base, which is good. So I've got like a few doorways just in place in this hallway, but haven't made any decisions about the rooms yet. Now this room here, this is going to be a dye room. So basically there are 16 different colours of dye within Minecraft, and I would like to make a big colourful room that is dedicated to each of those colours. So each of these little sections in the wall here is going to have a different coloured dye area. So I'm going to store all my dyes down here. I'm also going to have like cauldrons with dyed water in, so I can come and dye armor if I want to. And I'm going to have in some of these the dyes that are come from flowers and things like that. I might have like a little automatic or semi-automatic flower growing area where I can kind of like bone meal the flowers to get the dyes. I kind of haven't made any 100% decisions about how I want this room yet. This is all kind of vague ideas, which is the main reason it's kind of dug out but not started yet. But I think I would like to make a start on this room today to try and see if I can kind of finalise some of my ideas and make it look cool. In here, just get my wheat out, I have a lot of sheep. This is going to be the wool room. So the reason it is off from the dye room is because I want to dye quite a lot of the sheep. How many have I got left that are loose? 1, 2, 3, I think. 4 loose sheep, and I need 2, 4, 6. I need 6. Okay, so that's fine. I can breed you, and you, and then you, and you. Okay, so I want to have 3 sheep in each section, which I have. Oh, they keep despawning. So annoying. To breed these 2 again. And there's 16 sections, and there's going to be sheep dyed each colour of Minecraft dye, if that makes sense. So I will have every shade of wool I could possibly want, and I can just come in here and shear the sheep and go on my merry way. This wall here is going to have a big sheep face, and I'm going to put like a block of wool in front of each pen to kind of represent what colour sheep are in that pen. I am just going to go and get I'm sure I've got some more fences down here, because I ideally, I bet they're going to be in a chest that I can't reach from there. Are they in this one? Yes. Lost my train of thought now. What was I saying? Yeah, I want to get 2 sheep into these leftover pens, and then I can breed them and get 3, and I'm hoping that will stop them despawning quite as quickly if there's 3 sheep in there. So I've only got 2 more sections to fill up now, and I've got 4 sheep left, so if one of you would just be helpful. Okay, that's good. Can I get these 2 in? Yes, excellent. So I've put these half slabs here that cover some of this grass, so that the grass sections will continue to regrow, because as you guys probably already know, once you shear a sheep, it needs to eat some grass in order to get its wool grown back again. Where's the baby? Go on, go in. Oh no, darn you. Okay, fine. Hopefully these last 2 won't give me too much trouble trying to get them into there. Yeah, so I've made it so that the grass can keep regrowing, so that sheep can keep eating the grass and keep regrowing their wool. Right, there's only 2 of you. So let's breed you 2, so there's 3 in there as well. Fabulous. Right then, we're definitely getting there. Once he grows up, I'll breed those 2 together to get 3 for that one. And hopefully I'll be able to get these 2 into there fairly soon. And then I will have a cool sheep room with a big sheep face on the end, and be able to get every colour of wool I could possibly want, and an awesome dye room as well, to have all the different colours of dyes. So I have already set up some of my supplies. Yeah, so I've got 1 of each of the colours of wool already, and 1 of each of the colours of stained clay. And then I've got 1 of each of the dyes, and I've got 16 signs, because in each section I'm going to put a little sign to remind me how I get each colour, because like the light blue you get from these blue orchids, and then these different flowers give different colours as well. Like the lilac doesn't give purple, it gives, I think it gives pale pink or something. So just to remind me how I get each colour, I'm going to put a sign in each section. And I think I'm going to use, did I bring the oak down? I think I'm going to use oak wood pillars between, no, I think I've used most of it for the fences. Okay, yeah, I think I'm going to use oak wood pillars between each section, and then kind of work from there. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get a few supplies up together, guys, and I'll be back with you in just a mo. Okay guys, so as you can see, I've got like an archway design set up here. I'm quite liking that so far. I'm not 100% sure about having the wooden planks all the way around the top. I may switch to stone to craft up some stone actually. There we go. Yeah, I may switch out maybe a few of these blocks to stone. I'm not sure yet, but I'm just trying to decide. I was just about to go and place, I've like taken it back one because I was just about to place the stone all in the back here, and I'm just trying to decide whether I would want it to be 1 deep or 2 deep, because there we go. I don't think I'm going to have a huge amount of stuff stored in these areas, because it's like there's this entire section just for the red dye. But I quite like, I don't know whether I like the depth. I'd like the depth of it being too deep. Let's just take that back again and see how it would be if I did it too deep. Obviously it'd use up quite a lot more resources as well. So let's pop that along there and then do the same on this side. There we go. I'm going to stand slightly out of the way before I start taking this down because there's a lot of gravel in this mountain. I don't want to cause a gravelanche. Right then, and then if I take out the back. There we go. There we go. Okay. There. Right. What's that like? Yeah, I quite like that. May need to get some glowstone and pop a block up there so it's lit up properly. But I like the depth of it being back one, I think. I think that's going to look a lot more interesting. And it'll give me a lot more room to play with as well. Just wondering what colour to do, what blocks to use as the underneath bit here. I quite like the idea of having water flowing in this sort of little crevice bit down the sides here. I was even thinking of kind of putting a block here to split each section and then dyeing the water in there, the colour that that section relates to, but I'm not sure yet, I haven't decided. I think I might try maybe andesite. If I got some andesite here, I should have. No, not in there. Try in here. So I've got diorite there. Oh, I've only got 6 bits of andesite. That's unusual considering how much I've dug this room out. Right, I'm going to put a few things away for a minute. Just because I don't need all of this on me right now. Could try diorite, I suppose, couldn't I? Let's see. Get it smoothed out. That looks very weird, actually. Actually, let me see. I wonder if I was to take out some of these blocks now and try adding, maybe if I try adding it into this section as well. Looks interesting. I'm just gonna, if I just take out that one. Yeah, that looks better. I think I like it up there, but I don't think I like it down here. So, I think I'm gonna try that like that. And then like that. Not sure. Okay, after some faffing, guys, I've decided that stained clay is the way forward. So red, orange, yellow, and so forth. And it will match up with the particular coloured dye that is going to be stored in this area. So now I've got a chest and I've got a sign and I've got a piece of red wool and I've got some red stained clay and I've got my actual dye and I've got a poppy there as well. Now I'm just going to have a little play around to see if I can decide the way that I want to have this arranged, because I know that I need a flower pot for that poppy for a start. Yeah, right, I'm just going to have a little play around with this little area, guys, and I'll be back in a mo. Okay, guys, so it looks very random, but I kind of like it. So I've got some dirt blocks here with grass and poppies on. Then I've got some bone meal, so I can bone meal these to get more poppies. Do actually get dandelions as well, which is kind of annoying, but I can bone meal these to get more poppies. And then, excuse me, I can then use those poppies to get red dye. You can also use roses or obtain red dye from any kinds of red flowers. So I've got my bone meal stored in there, and then I've got a sign here to show me that red is obtained from red flowers. So yeah, I think that looks quite cool. I'm quite happy with it. It's something very different, that's for sure. And I've also got a block of red wool there as well, so I can kind of see how the red wool compares to the red stained clay and generally get an idea for how it looks. So I'm going to move on to my little section of orange, guys, and I will be back with you in a mo to show you how that one's looking. Okay guys, so I'm quite pleased with how this is looking so far. So I've got the red as I originally showed, then I've done the orange section as well, which is either orange tulips, or you can mix red and yellow dye to get orange. And then I've got the yellow section here, so that is obtained through either dandelions or sunflowers. And I've got my yellow block of wool up there and some yellow dye. I will just pop some bone meal in there as well, so I've got it ready. Then I've also done lime green. Now lime green is obtained through mixing cactus green and bone meal, and I've placed a cactus on a sand block there with some water behind it. I don't know if it will grow there because of the fact that I've got a furnace and a sign kind of diagonally to it, and because there's a half slab just up here. I think it should do, really, because it will only disconnect if you place something directly next to it in the 4 squares either side, this way and that way. It should be okay with the diagonal ones, and the half slab isn't actually above it, so I think it should grow, but we shall see. And then I've put a furnace there because obviously you need to furnace the cactus in order to get the green dye from the cactus, and I've placed some bone meal in here, and then we've got some of our lime dye and our lime piece of wool as well. So it's going quite well so far. I'm really quite pleased with how it's looking. I'm looking forward to having the whole room completed. I think it's going to look awesome. And I've started decorating this doorway as well, and it actually works out that I can get one of each colour around this doorway, which is pretty perfect. So that's what I'm going to do for that bit. So I'm going to carry on with the next 4 sections on this side of the wall, guys, and I'll be back with you in just a mo. Okay guys, so I've got the next 4 sections done. So I've got the green with the cactus and a furnace as well, so you can smelt the cactus. And I'm pleased to report that the cactuses in both of these ones are growing, so that's good. It'd be a nice little supply of cactuses for us. Then I've got the cyan as well. I wasn't really sure what to put in this one because you get cyan dye from mixing cactus and lapis, so there's not really anything much to put in there, so I'll just kind of put a crafting table for now, but that will do. And then in this section obviously is the blue, which you get from lapis, so I've put some lapis ore that I had lying around just kind of sitting in there because I thought it'd look cool. And then the light blue you can either get from the light blue orchid flower, or you can get from mixing lapis and bone meal. So that's the light blue section set up as well. So I'm quite pleased with how this is looking so far. I've actually managed to get all of the sheep in their pens, which is awesome. There is now 3 sheep in each and every pen. There's only 2 pens, which I think is this one and that one with baby sheep in. And I also realised I said something daft earlier. I said that there were 16 pens in here, but they're actually not. There are 10 pens. I do have a plan drawn out for this room, which I've obviously forgotten somewhere along the way. So I think on my plan the next pens were up on like a little floor above each side. So I'll have to have a look at that at some point because I'm going to need to obviously breed yet more sheep. So yeah, but for now 10 will have to do, and we shall get our well, actually I won't start dyeing them just yet, because I might want to do the colours with what's it going to be? So if there's 16, so there'll be what, 5? There'll be 5 at the side, 5 on the bottom and 3 over the top on each side. So I might want to do like red, orange, yellow, green, blue. No, red, orange, yellow, lime green, green, cyan, blue, light blue, and then start on that side or something. I don't know, but I think with this room the next job is going to be to get the second floor built, which I'm not going to be doing today because it's going to be a bit of a long job. But I'm going to carry on with this room. Right, I'm getting a bit bored of doing these cubby hole bits now, so I think I'm going to work on the floors for a little bit. I'm thinking I'd quite like 2 rows of oak logs going up the middle of the floors, and then maybe some stairs that lead into these little wells, and I think I'll get the wells all filled up with the different colours. And I'm thinking about bringing the colours up onto here, although if I had stairs that wouldn't really work. But yeah, I'm going to have a little play around with the floor. Sorry if you hear any banging in the background, it's firework night, so it's quite noisy outside. Hopefully you can't hear it, but there is quite a lot of fireworks going off. Yeah, so I'm going to have a play around with this floor area, guys, and I'll be back with you in just a mo. Okay, guys, so this is what I have for the floor at the moment, which is a little bit mental, but it's nice and bright and colourful, which was what I wanted. And I've tried to add a bit of kind of depth to it by using the stairs in the middle, which gives this kind of like little space, but you can still walk perfectly smooth over it, which I think is quite cool. I'm actually beginning to wonder whether I like the oak pillars, because when you face the room this way, you can't see any of the colour. You can only see the oak pillars. I mean, you can see the colour on the floor and in this section here. But, yeah, I'm not sure. See, it would be nice to have these bits coloured, but because they're only one thick, they'd show through on the other side, and I'd have to, like, redo and elongate the entire room if I was going to do the colours either side, which I'm not doing that because this room took ages to dig out. And as you can see, my beautiful diamond pickaxe is getting really low, and the last time I fixed it, it took like 30 levels. So I'm not exactly wanting to spend loads of time digging out and getting it all broken again. But yeah, I think it's coming along well, guys. I think it's coming along well. I do like it. I think once I've got the ceiling more in place and I've got the other side of the room done as well, it will be a lot better. It'll give me more of a feel for the room. I like how all the colours are coming together. I think it looks nice and bright. And I think the sheep room's going to work out well as well, so long as all the sheep don't despawn. So yeah. Okay, I think I'm going to leave it there for today, guys, because I've had more than enough of working on this now. I think I'd like to carry on with it another time. Maybe go and gather some supplies or something, or make a start on getting the next section of this room built, ready for another future episode. So thank you for watching today, guys. I hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please leave a like below. Please subscribe if you'd like to see more videos. Thanks again for watching, guys, and have a great day. Bye bye.